Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here on Desolate Planet. Now, I've taken a few tips into mind. First off, hello. So, first thing we did, let me just take care of this really quick. Hold on. There we go. So the first thing we did was we did up all of the farms. Now, underneath each one of these blocks, the stationaries, there is a water block, so we can actually, I should be able to hoe all of this land. I haven't done it yet, but I did plan on doing it. And then inside this chest right here is all of our crops, so we're going to replant all of that in a moment. Got rid of the entire ship and finally grassed up the entire land, which is very, very nice. So we finally have a glimpse of what life should be like on this planet. Now, I also increased the size of our good old pressure chamber here, built another air compressor, and attached them all here with the pressure tube thing that keeps it safe from explosions. We got these still going, and then I haven't put anything on the back, but we do have a window both here, over on these sides here in the front, and then one over here. That way we can see in nicely and actually be able to, look at everything. I do apologize if there's any laggy bits in the video. I'm not too sure what's really going on, but it shouldn't be too bad, I don't think, other than my own computer itself actually doing a bit of lagging. But either way, for this episode, what I want to do is, although I need to replant those soon because we are running low on food, I need to find out what allows our pumpkins and our melons to grow because melon is what we've been using to make this. I think we can use something other than that. We can use apple, we can use chorus, melon, apple, cherry, berry. I mean, we could try and harvest these automatically. How does this work? Oh, maybe actually. Huh. Hold on. This might be a plan. Let me try this. So what I need to do is attach these. You can see the glue is already there because I had it there before, but I wasn't sure if these were gonna work. Let's try this. We're gonna attempt this. So we're gonna leave those to grow up. We're gonna replant all of our crops soon because we are gonna need some more food soon. Excuse me. But I want to go out and explore. There's some cool stuff that I think we can find out there in the infinite wilderness, and if there isn't, then we're going to come back and just quickly do some more of our quests. Like this is. Oh yeah, right. I forgot I did the haunting. I'll take the nozzle, thank you. But yeah, we also need to do this. So we need to make the UV light box still. We have some upgrades to make, and black gold will actually be quite interesting to attempt to make. But we'll do all of that in a moment. For now, let me sort out my inventory, and we're going on a journey. Okay, so I that is the place I wanted to go and check out, which is the old lab we went to quite a while ago that we never actually ended up looking at. So I wanted to go see what it had to offer us and everything, but it's a very very long distance. And then I found out that there's actually there's vehicles. So we can get a rover, which is meant for space, but it's a bit difficult to do right now. So what I want to do, and we have some diesel here, which I don't know how we got, but this was in the ship. I don't know how to get more, is what I mean. So I don't know if we're gonna need that to fuel all of our rockets and stuff, because I also didn't know that there was space in this mod, which is really cool. But I do want to try and make this enable us to be able to go all the way over there in a lickety split motion. But in order to do that, we need to finish up these. So first step we're going to go on for is the UV light box. And I'm going to attempt to remember. So we have that, I believe. Oh, right, of course, I needed that. Ah, yes. I forgot I needed glowstone, which is why we should have... Yes, we still have a ton of them over here. Wonderful. Can I not make compressed? I can. Let me just... There we go. So I'm going to see if I can get us some lovely, jubbly stuff over here, known as glowstone, and we'll be back. Okay, so I've found a really interesting thing. So if I'm right, this should turn this into witch water. Because the crushed deep slate doesn't give glowstone. So what I need is witch water, which is obtained by putting water into a barrel on top of mycelium. This is podzol, not mycelium. That explains why this isn't working. I need to get mycelium. Let's get mycelium seeds. Let's go. Okay, so my plan failed, which was to automate redstone. And the way that it says it can be done is through lava and witch water. You can see here, witch water and lava can make a netherrack generator similar to a cobblestone generator. But I'm going to assume that the developer decided that that would not be fun or something and has changed that recipe, which has made it a lot more difficult, which is upsetting because now I've wasted a bit of time. I went and wasted some dirt, wasted a lot of my water here to make witch water. But regardless, we have to now just move on. So the way that it can be automated instead is through redstone. But we need destabilized redstone, which, as you can see here, isn't that bad. It's a block of redstone in a magma crucible. That's where the problem comes in. A magma crucible requires netherrack bricks, which, as we know, we need netherrack for. So already a bit annoying there. Where is this thing? And then it needs Invar, which we can get. This we can make easily. That I think we can make hardened glass. Okay, no, we need an induction smelter too. There, obsidian, sand, quartz. In an induction smelter, that's fine. We'll make that also in a moment. So we need to make an induction smelter, and then this machine frame requires a PCB, which is the problem. So obviously we have some segments here, or we have this, but we don't have an unassembled one, because to make the unassembled one, we need an assembly platform and a bunch of these, along with, I guess, that, in order to make that, or an etching tank. And I have no idea how to get etching fluid either. That's another interesting thing we'll have to look at. So, in other words, it is a far off dream. So instead of all of that dreaming, we're going to go back to making redstone by hand with a barrel and lava and suffering and crying. Okay, so we have finally gotten enough glowstone. It took a bit of time and a lot of redstone. Not too much cobble, granted, but I do want to just keep a bigger, bigger supply of lava in there, just in case we also just need to refuel our tanks. For now, we finally have enough glowstone to make. We need 3 of these. I'm only going to make the 3 that we need. How do we make a lamp again? What was this all for? I forget what it was for. There, UV light box. There we go. UV light box. So we need 3. It's redstone. More redstone, eh? Let's here. So we take this. Bam. We have our 3 lamps. Then I need compressed iron, pressure tube, and the blueprint. So number 1, I don't want to have any of this on me anymore. This can stay in here. I need the blueprints, lovely, a pressure tube, and compressed iron. Where is my compressed iron? Probably in here, now that I think about it. Yes. Lovely. Make that, do that, do that, and do that. Bam! We have a UV light box. So, with that, what do we do now? So, when an MT is placed inside, and it is powered by compressed air. Okay. On that note, let's get some coal so that we can actually go and power up our new giant compressed area. So bump, bump, beautiful. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it over here. Wonderful, it's working. But yeah, there we go. Exposing. Oh, I see, exposure. Okay. When an MT is placed and it is compressed, the PCB will be exposed to ultraviolet light. Lovely. How are you here? How are you here? What? Huh? All right. He just existed, I suppose. So we made PCB. We made a PCB, if I'm right. So now we just need to go and grab one really quick and chuck it in. I just need to find out where I put it. Whoa, we are experiencing some lag. There we go. I wonder why we're lagging a little bit. Ow. We have so many conveyors all over the place. I really need to safeguard them. Either way, it's whatever. We just need to do this. Threshold. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. We'll put it at 95 in case it means disconnect with problem. At least 1 bar. Beautiful. We're gonna wait for 1 bar then. That is fine. Okay, so after about 7 years, we finally have a fully done one of these. And then we claimed the reward for that. So what we need to do in order to get that is we need to make now an etching table. It does say here, an etching tank is used. The etching acid is made by combining various caustic materials in a pressure chamber. Like what? Like what? What was it called? Acid? That's what I can remember. Etching acid. Put this into an etching tank. Yeah, that's I understand. How do I make this? Nope. Pressure chamber. Here we go. Oh, okay. That's really easy to do. That's huge. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. Let me sort out getting a empty bucket, number one. As you can tell, I've cured a bunch of rubber, but my most important thing is we've made bricks, which we're able... So, I think the stuff that we need to make the fluid is down here. Nope, nope. Where did I put my other thing? So, like, I was trying to show off the fact that I got these bricks, and you can haunt them into nether bricks, which allowed me to make nether brick things, but I don't know where I put that now. So, that's a bit of a shame. Either way, let's get ourselves... So we needed rotting flesh, spider eyes, and gunpowder, which is in somewhere near. So rotting flesh will only take a single stack. I don't know how we have leather. Spider eyes, here we go. Don't actually have many, because spiders don't die often. And gunpowder, wonderful. Go running all the way over here. Put in the bucket, the spider eyes, the flesh, everything in between. I don't think this iron is pressurizing, which is a bit of a shame, but it's at the same time not my problem. Okay, that's enough spider eyes. We're gonna give you just a few of that. And then I want to make sure that there's an equal amount of everything in there. And then it should all be going in. Yes. Yes, it is. I love the fact that we can actually now look into here. So thank you to the person who informed me that I should just do this. It's a lot easier. It's a lot better. Is this on wrong? Is that the problem? No, I don't think that's a problem. So I'm not too sure on what's going on here. I think we just need to maybe pressurize more. Although it is using pressure now. I don't know on what. Can I get rid of this now? I think that might help speed up the pressure. I'm not entirely sure, but I can dream, I can hope. So we're gonna leave that to go, and we're gonna go make the actual etching table quick. Okay, so to make the etching table, it's quite simple. You just need some brick slabs, brick walls. These are all reinforced. We all went through this process earlier, so we need compressed iron stone. Turn that into bricks, like that. And then you make slabs, a wall. This is just iron bars, glass, and some more compressed iron. A normal frame, some obsidian, and bam, we have our etching tank, which is so much easier than I thought it would be. I was sitting here, I was slightly panicked about it, I won't lie. I feel like this isn't working. Is that how it's meant to be? I'm really not too sure on why this isn't pressurizing anything. I think the tank might be too big now. Now that I've increased the size of it, you can see it's like not sucking up anything anymore. Either way, I'm pretty sure this is the right way, so we're going to leave it like that, and we're just going to have to wait until our etching fluid has arrived. But when it has, etching time, yeah, that's whatever. So when it has arrived, we'll be able to do that. In the meantime, that I'm going to be waiting for another 30 minutes, as I did with this thing. That took so long, it's actually insane. So I'm not going to sit around and wait for that anymore. This pressure mod is taking up way too much of my time. What I am going to do is I want to fix up our walls a bit. Let me actually keep that here. I want to patch up the walls a tiny bit, just a little bit. And the best way that I can think of doing that is simple. Grabbing a bunch more of our normal building blocks, such as our spruce logs, which I actually need to go to the chest and get. Yeah. So we're gonna raise them all up to there, I think. But the main thing I actually want to do funnily enough, isn't even doing this. I actually will probably go up to there, just so that it's at that equal height all the way around the wall. And then I'm going to add the spider proofing that I've been told many a times to do now. And I don't want everyone to think I'm ignoring them. I am listening. It's just I was going to wait until I had the building tool to do it. That's taking like 7 years, so I'm going to just do this instead. Going to do it now. And the way that I'm going to do that now is simple enough. I'm just going to simply add on the spider. No, I want it down. I'm going to add on to the spider proofing by simply going over here and going out one. So this is going to be interesting on the door, and eventually I'm going to do a design on the door, but that's going to take a little bit of time, and I'm still deciding on what kind of design to do on the walls and everything. So when that comes around, when I actually have an idea, we might even be changing it into stone walls. But again, when we get to that point, we'll be able to show that off, which will be really interesting. Okay. So after being shot at a bunch, still have proof all over me. We have finally done it. The wall should be now finally, at long last, spider-proof. And I'm hoping after all of that amount of time, including basically an entire night worth of getting shot at and putting down the things, this is done. It is not done. Let's see. I figured out the problem. We need a bucket of molten plastic in order to make it. We put in a empty bucket. I don't think there's a way for me to really retrieve the stuff in there. So we're just gonna have to get a new bucket of molten plastic. I don't think I have any. Do I have plastic still? Let's see. Plastic. I have a straw. Can I heat that up? No. I don't see any plastic here, which I'm pretty sure this is where I put the plastic. What is this? What can this be turned into? No, I know what I need. I don't think. You know what? There's a really cool way to try plastic. Or I guess that it doesn't work that way anymore. No, it doesn't. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any plastic here. We might have to go on a bit of a journey and get some. Okay, so we did have some plastic. I finally found it after looking and looking and looking, and bam, pop that in there. This should now, well, I'm sure we'll see the plastic. Oh, yes, give me my plastic. Yes. Bam. Just like that. We have that. Where is my... Oh, no, now I have to find that. I just remembered we already put that, we already put it in the thing. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's processing. It's doing its thing. So it's going to take a bit more time, but not as much time as it took to actually UV light it. So we are nearly done. Let's go. Finally. Finally, it's done. So we now have an unassembled PCB. Can I get my etching bucket back? Please. Yes. Give me that. Yes. Beautiful. Make me another. Get to it. Beautiful. Okay, so that's done. That's done. Now this. We need to make it finished. Two capacitors and two transistors, which we already have them. Let's go. Where are they? We put them in here. There. That one and that one. Okay. And then we can just complete it. At long last, it's done. Oh, look at that. So now we can make an assembly line, some tools for the trade, a bunch of other stuff, but that's going to be for another time. I'm not sure if it's going to be next episode because all of this pressurization mod stuff is it's taking too long. We're going to have to sort out some other stuff now in the meantime. But until then, as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Of course, I also took the info. I need to keep all this up to date so that I don't burn out and die to heat stroke. So thank you to the comments for those reminders too. I've made myself a new suit, and I think we're finally ready. for progressing in our pressure mod. We are getting closer and closer to the technological and Infinity Beyond stuff like that. But until then, as always, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.